for sure, who's been around the block quite a few times. So it looks like they're just about to get started then, and they're off. Like we saw in the chat, I didn't notice that at first, but I do believe Thunderface is playing on an English cart, which is kind of interesting because nowadays I've seen English carts on eBay and Amazon and whatnot go for quite a lot of money. They're pretty rare, actually, the English carts. So outside of the fact that you save a lot of time, they're also way cheaper to buy the Japanese version if you want to get into this game. Intro stage, we kind of want to just buster through all these enemies as quick as we can. Just keep it moving through the intro stage. And then X gets captured by Mac. And then we get our first instance of being able to play a Zero in the Mega Man X series. For a couple sabers on this climb right here with the wrecking balls. Do it, and Thunderface doesn't have a charge ready, so he just wants to let go one of the first charges, because after you let go of the first charge on the green, you'll have another charge shot and a saber. The Japanese cart is faster just because of text. I think it's just because of text. I could be wrong. There could be like one other minor thing that affects it as well. Man X games, the Japanese version is faster, mostly based on the text. Alright, now everybody's favorite intro boss fight. Good old Moa. He just has these giant fists, and weirdly enough, the like giant spark balls that are like connecting his chain, like his big mace ball, don't actually do damage to you. It's just the mace ball itself. They use Zero for the run to get the saber, nowhere else pretty much. Looks like Nordren's gonna have a 250 teleport, and as you can see here, actually not. The text box actually saves more time. I believe that was like a 257 teleport for Thunderface. Alright, and the first stage we're going to be coming into is the Buffalo. You can see with these ice physics, any of these slopes gives you a ton of speed if you jump off of them. You're right here doing, maybe not quite so many, but you can get a lot of speed from jumping off those slopes. Alright, you see Nordren getting a couple of these gap jumps. X3 speedrun. The ladders in this game, as compared to X1 and X2, are much wider. So landing the gap jumps is quite considerably easier. And to get a good time, you kind of do want to get most of them that you can. And the only upgrade we're going to be getting in this any percent upgrades is the dash boots. It gives us the air dash and the up dash. Difficult sections, and also later on when we get the saber, we can do saber neon jumps, which helps out a lot during the elevator skip in Doppler 2. I'm not sure if either of these runners will be going for any hearts or sub tanks, but we'll see as it goes along. Bow fight. So Buffalo has a weird thing where as soon as he turns, he's gonna around and think that X is behind him, so he kind of just rams his head into the wall. And you can see on Thunderface's screen, you can kind of just use this to make the fight super free and just do yellow charge shots. But with Nordren's method, you can actually shoot a lemon and use that travel time to get another charge ready. Pulled off correctly. Like Nordren had a little bit of trouble, he messed it up, but he's going to come out of Buffalo stage just fine. Acid Seahorse. Probably one of the best parts of this speed run is this climb right here. A lot of the X3 speedrunners find this one of the more enjoyable sections of the game. And Nordren having a pretty clean climb. Ooh, I didn't see on Thunderface's screen if he accidentally released a charge shot or what, but I guess it's worth noting. I'm not sure if he did it, but if you accidentally charge shot, either of those green mechs will actually jump and get right in your way. I don't know why that is. It's kind of strange. A little bit of trouble on this climb, opting for the ladder route. But he is up. Looks like he's going to go for the Seahorse Heart. Nordren having a pretty quick mini-boss. You just want to use ice on that guy and mash him pretty much as fast as you can, and he goes down pretty quick. Second climb in the stage, albeit not as exciting as the first one, can also be pretty cool. It's a pretty cool section. And it pretty interestingly. And he gets the gap there at the final ladder. Very nice. The empty rooms are for the Bit and Bite boss fights. 3rd through 5th Maverick for Bit, and the 6th through 8th Maverick for Bite. So the first 2 Maverick stages, we won't see either one of them. It's only after we beat the first 2 Mavericks. Nordren trying to go for this quick kill. Looked like he got a 3 cycle, which is not bad at all. Some weird iframes, which I'm not quite knowledgeable enough to explain perfectly. But I guess the way it works is if you're using ice, in the middle of his iframes, he becomes vulnerable again, and you can kind of just mash a bunch of ice into him. Like Thunderface trying to get that gap jump, but turning right a little bit for some reason. He's just going to opt to climb the ladder, which works just as well. Yeah, technically he does have an advantage with the Japanese text. Ooh, Thunderface being a little careful here. Not doing so great on health. Oh boy. Come on, Thunderface. You just need to hit him with a couple more ices. I think he's going to play it super safe, which I would definitely recommend at this point. Thunderface. Alright, let's hope he takes it safe this time. He doesn't have much ice, so I think he's just gonna bait out each one of his jump attacks. On the other side of the screen, we had Nordren going through Tunnel Rhino stage, and he's gonna have Bit show up at the very first of the Mavericks. Not the best one to show up in. Kind of dangerous. but it looks like he has a pretty clean fight, so nothing to worry about there. Alright, Nordren, or Thunderface is going to have to do a few charge shots. Looks like Nordren having a pretty clean Tunnel Rhino stage. Thunderface gets the Seahorse. Alright, so coming up on this mini boss, the Tunnel Driller of sorts. You also kind of just want to mash through him as well. You can stand on his little platform right there and just mash shots into him. 4 bonk, I'm not sure what it was. Either way, he's a little bit low on health, but as long as you know how to play these stages well enough, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But that being said, there are quite a few things that can one-shot him at this point. Oh, but he gets a big health, so I guess nothing to worry about. I think Thunderface is using English just because that's probably the cart he's owned his whole life, I would assume, and never bothered to buy a Japanese one. Can't really fault him for it, I guess. He's used to playing on English. Alright, and on this Tunnel Rhino fight, you just want to use Acid on him. Of course, Tunnel Rhino has some great AI where he just kind of goes back and forth, ramming his head into the wall. Yeah, actually, I didn't know Thunder had a English cart of X3. It's actually kind of cool to have those anymore. Alright, so now Nordren is going into Neon Tiger. And since he went to Tunnel Rhino, we have the drill at this point. Looks like he's going to ice through some of those enemies. So with the drill, it has this weird property that we're going to see just a little bit here. That if you shoot it into an enemy, really dash through them and not get hit for a brief period of time. So we try to take advantage of that. Pretty frequent spots, I would say, just to optimize movement a bit more. Looks like Thunderface going for a safer fight on the Tunnel Driller. I believe it's right here. He's gonna drill through this guy. This allows you to not have to jump over him and kick on that wall or jump over an air dash, which can definitely save some frames. Into on a Rhino fight with pretty decent health. So it looks like he's going to have no problem here. Let's hope he doesn't have any problems. I've had problems with it before, dropping inputs. Just because I like to updash over Tunnel Rhino. Which is probably not the best idea. It's better to just kind of dash against the wall and then jump away. Which is a smart thing to do. The updash can be kind of finicky in this game and gets dropped every once in a while. Oh no, Thunderface. Well, he's gonna have an interesting second fight, that's for sure. For some reason, Tunnel Rhino's AI kind of just stays the same. the wall. He might skid every once in a while, but now that he has died in the stage, Tunnel Rhino is actually going to do a couple of different things now. Potentially. Yeah, he's going to shoot some of these drill attacks. But he's got plenty of acid, so it's not really an issue as opposed to the acid Seaforce. Well, I guess it's the same, yeah, acid Seahorse fight. Because if you run out of ice on that, it kind of makes the fight a bit tougher. Going into the catfish stage. Gonna use a couple drills here. And I believe he's gonna come up here. Yeah, he's gonna air dash and ice through the wall spark enemy. Take this section coming up. As soon as you fall down to the floor here, there's a few wall spark enemies, and then like 3 or 4 more. I think it's just 3 more or 4 more that you kind of have to get through. It can be a weird section to get through. And then switches to drill. And Thunderface going for a sub-tank. Sort of unorthodox way of getting up there. I'm not I'm not sure if he knows the 100% way of getting up there quite, but alright, so on this catfish fight, the best we can do in any percent is use charge shots and hope that he gives us the triple triad attack towards the end of it. And it looks like Nordren getting a very good pattern with a 3 drill. That's definitely something we like to see. Because at the end there with his desperation attack, the iframes last considerably longer. We'll only use as few drills as possible at the end there. Again, okay. Makes sense. Alright, so now that Nordren's on to the 6 through 8 Mavericks, we're going to be seeing Bite at any point here in the mini-boss rooms. I didn't mention before, so... And what Nordren did earlier, you don't actually want to kill Bit or Bite with their weakness. You want to finish the fight with the Buster. The reason for that, there's 2 reasons. The first one is if you kill them with their weakness, they explode, and the explosion, like animation and all that, takes a lot longer than them to just teleport out of the room. And also, if you kill both of them, that's really, really bad, because you don't fight them in Doppler 1 as their combined form. You actually fight Press Disposer instead, which is a very annoying fight. Alright, let's see if Thunderface can pull through here. If Tiger gives him a good pattern, he should be fine. Dodges a slash, very nice. Alright, yep, dodges that one too. Oh man, it looks like he's gonna pull through. 2 more. Oh, yeah, he's got it. In the bag. Very nice Thunderface. Clutch that one out. Alright, so now we have Nordren coming into... I forget what this secret stage is called. It's like some sort of... But anyway, this is like the secret stage that you can access from a few of the different stages. We access it in Crawfish just because it's much faster than the other ones. It's like literally like just below one of those pieces of floor. But this is where Vile is, and we want to fight Vile. He will kind of mess up Doppler 2 stage for us, which is something we definitely don't want to do. And as opposed to Bit and Bite, we actually do want to kill Vile with his weakness, which is either Ray Splasher or the... Looks like Thunderface going for another heart. Playing it extra super safe. I don't blame him, that's for sure. This game can be pretty punishing. A lot of the enemies doing a lot of contact damage. Oh, for some reason I thought Thunderface got bit in Tiger stage. I'm not sure why I thought that. Anyway, so now Thunderface is fighting Bite, or Bit. So you'll see him try to do the same thing. His weakness is Ice, but at the very end, use a Buster. All that the damage was at 3. If he would have used one more Ice, he would have accidentally killed Bit. Oh boy, looking like Thunderface having a little bit of trouble on this section. He's just gonna opt to ice through some of these enemies, which will give him some extra health as well. Strangely enough, he didn't get a big drop from anybody. Alright, Nordren going for the quick kill. And Crawfish. Similar kind of thing with Seahorse. At the middle of him being hit, becomes vulnerable again for whatever reason. So if you mash lemons into him at that point, you can get his health down really quick. Dale Thunderface. Bears on Catfish. Without getting bonked by Catfish pretty much at all with the amount of health he has. And quite a few drills he's going to have to use here. Alright, so Nordren making his way through Beetle stage. There. You'll notice it's a weird, like, common theme with this game. There's quite a few elevator skips. Some... obviously. Doppler 2 one is very significant. There's a lot of weird, just random slow elevator sections in this game. Through. Alright, Thunderface getting Bite. He gets the room with the view. It's the best room to fight. staying on the wall, which is a little bit risky. Whenever Bite throws that little, I guess, it kind of pulls X away from the wall. So that can be kind of risky if you're not dash jumping off the wall or dash kicking. But it looks like he does just fine. Nordren also making easy work of Beetle. And Thunderface is going to be going into the abandoned factory to go fight Vile. In the final Maverick stage. Again, another little elevator skip here. Yeah, Doppler 2 is the snail climb. That's the elevator skip in this game that is the most significant. Saves the most time. Roof section. It can cause a bunch of lag in this section because there's a lot of enemies congested in one area. The best thing to do is just buster through all of them. Alright, and you see Nordren coming into the Hornet fight with a charge shot. So he's going to start with a charge shot and then immediately move to the scissors. Some of you remember playing this game, is actually the gravity well to actually do damage on him, even though it makes the fight very, very easy. It's the scissor blades here, and the iframes are considerably shorter, so we're just going to use those on the fight. On to the Doppler stages. At this point, Thunderface is pretty far behind. Very significant mistakes, and probably a lot of them too, at this point, for him to catch up. But I'm definitely rooting for Thunderface to get through this run. I'm not entirely sure what his PB is either, but... so he might be on PB pace, I'm not entirely sure. Alright, so with this ride armor mini boss, we're just going to use 3 ice, or you could start with a charge shot, either way. Pro is on the other side of the room, doing his best to keep the spikes from falling down. He's already standing over there, is to get behind the ride armor. and then kill him so we're closer to 0 when we have to walk over and to him. Alright, so Nordren coming into the God Car Machine fight. At this point, he can't take any hits from anything. If he gets grabbed, he's going to get killed. If he gets slashed, he's going to get killed. But it really shouldn't be that much of an issue. The fight is pretty easy as long as you know its patterns. You just dash under the sword slashes, and then when he goes to grab you, you do a kick against the wall and jump close to God Car Machine, and you should be fine. The sword slashes, so pretty easy. Ooh, Nordren taking a hit. This little intro part of the intro section of the second Doppler stage can be a little tricky, and you don't want to really get hit by anybody. Those mechs do quite a bit of damage. So it looks like he's probably going to be picking up some health before the elevator skip. And I'm not sure what he's trying to do here exactly. Okay. So he's going to switch to 0 here and fight the mini-boss coming up, the mosquitoes. Not sure if he just didn't get the right air dash that he wanted or what exactly. So again, release the first of the green shots. And then the mosquitoes comes down and does the rest of the damage on 0 until he's down to 1 health. X comes in, and 0 tells him to take his saber and keep going. Game. But yeah, like I think it was mentioned in the chat earlier, in this game you don't actually need full health to use the saber, as opposed to the Hadouken or Shoryuken in X1 and X2. So that's pretty convenient. And in any percent, since the saber comes out on our last charge, we get it coming out of a gold charge, which makes this elevator skip possible. Well done from Nordren. Very nice skip. The record is 39-39 by Luis Miguel. Uh-oh. Woo. Okay. He's good. This guy would be pretty devastating as well. Alright, Thunderface on his last Maverick. Nordren coming into the refights. Oh, you see there, Thunderface wanted the up dash, and he got an air dash instead. The inputs for this game, they can be a little bit finicky with the up dash. You really have to commit to it when you do an up dash. The wireframe fight with ice. I'm pretty sure he's going to switch to acid. I think he forgot to switch before the boss store. Wireframe. I guess the only downside, as you can see with this game, is you actually have to do 2 shots with the saber, as opposed to the Hadouken doing 32 damage on contact, and then the Shoryuken boss room you're in, it can. Okay. I'm back. I apologize for that. Alright, it looks like I made it just in time actually. Nordren coming into the final fight with Sigma. Whoa, Thunderface having a... That was interesting. I should have paid attention to that. Interesting way to dodge the grab attack there. So Nordren getting the head taps on the first form of Sigma, and now he's onto the Kaiser fight. It looks like he took a hit, so he might be taking it a bit careful here, I would assume. 2, I didn't even notice. Either way, I don't know, he can't take a shot from those. And use that damage boost to get the final hit. That, unless Nordren wants to get his feet wet with the lava, that is going to be a win for Nordren. I don't know what he was doing there. He almost wanted to get his feet wet. Alright, so GG to Nordren. Well done. And 49 to me, which is a pretty good time. I believe that is a race PB for him for sure. The Thunderface, it looks like he accidentally threw the saber. Really again. Yeah, we actually get to see one of the attacks from the mosquitoes though. So yeah, he kind of just like pods, and then I'm not sure really what he's doing to it, but then like these little attacks come out. Acid attack, and then there's like a flame pillar, I think, and then that other one, like that little water spout. Alright, looks like Thunderface probably gonna switch to ice here to get some health. Oh no, he gets hit by one of the little cannons. And by the looks of it, he's not going to go for the elevator skip. Just going to play it safe at this point. But yeah, again, congrats to Nordren. Very, very good runner of this game. You guys should definitely follow his channel. Oh no, oh boy, that was interesting. And let's go again. So as you can see, this is why we skipped this elevator. It's very, very slow. It's almost insultingly slow because you're actually riding a snail, which snails are inherently slow creatures. The elevator skip is pretty tricky. If you're new to this game or Mega Man X in general, It's definitely a trick I wouldn't recommend trying to learn right off the bat. I feel like it would take a while. Getting the movement down of the first 3 X games is probably something you'd want to do first before attempting the elevator skip. And also being able to do neon jumps in general. So yeah, you want to skip that one on the left because it doesn't actually go all the way up. There's a dip in the wall there. So the very last one is actually that snail. And it looks like he's up. Yep. It's going to air dash to the wall. Looks like he's going to get ready for a charge shot here. So he can do the 2 saber on the Volt Kuragile fight. Oh boy. After him, or torpedoes, I guess. Alright, and he's on to the refights. You can see on nordren side of the screen some of the boss names for this game, actually. So the Japanese version of X1 through 3 has different names for the Mavericks. And you get to see them because of the boss intros, but in X3 you can actually skip the boss intro for every stage, so we don't actually get to see him till the very end credits. Alright, so Thunderface, first off, is gonna be a free life. I'm not sure where he is at, where he is on lives, but it's definitely worth the safety to get one at this point. Fights just to die on Doppler with 0 lives would be 0 lives too, so yeah, that was probably a good idea. Looks like he's gonna do the, I guess, intended fight, sort of. So this is what I was talking about earlier, using the gravity well. It only does 1 damage at a time. Well, we like 1 damage per every hit. But it does, it's like 5 or 6. It's like he didn't bait the buffalo how he wanted, but it's still fine because he's going to throw out some of those little ice shards. So he has plenty of time to get the second saber in. Oh no, he missed the second saber. So it looks like the catfish is going to go into his desperation phase. He's just going to have to wait it out there for a second to get the second saber on him. He's getting a lot of pretty good drops. It's weird that they're like all the same. Does that usually happen? Somebody who knows, I'm not really sure, but he's been getting a big health drop and then a big weapon drop every single time. Fighting Beetle. That's the 2-saber pretty quick there. That was... Health drop. Big weapon drop. What? How is that happening every single time? I'm confused. Alright, looks like he's going to go for the quick kill here. I'm not sure if he's going to go for the saber kill. Fortunately, my internet went out while Nordren was doing the refight, so I didn't actually get to see if he got the quick kill on Seahorse. But I'm assuming he definitely went for it. Oh, I had a quick one. Nice. Ooh, Thunder almost getting that second saber in there. Just barely missing Tiger before the saber was about to hit him. Okay, finally it's different. I was about to say something was going on there. Because he did have a big health drop and a big weapon drop pretty much every time. I don't think I've ever really seen that. Alright, see, he's going to switch to... It looks like he's just going to go for the 2-saber. So went for the quick kill on this, the Triad Thunder, and then Saber. Doing the 2-sabers pretty fast as well. Race yesterday. So it's good to hear that Thunderface has made a bunch of improvements. It's pretty cool to see. I'm gonna saber the little the floor enemy just for good measure. Alright, and Doppler's down. Thunderface is on his way to the final fight. Looks like he's gonna go for a full sub tank. just to ensure victory. He's coming in with a charge. I'm not sure if he did that by accident, but he's going to let go of this charge pretty much at the start of the fight. Air. Oh, looks like he went for it but got bonked while trying to put off the saber. Ooh, again, too. There we go. There he gets it. Hasn't taken pretty much any damage. Oop, there he got hit by one of the fireballs. The fireballs do a lot of damage. So it was good for him to avoid them those 2 times before. And he's going to do a refill here. At this point... Oh boy. I don't know why he's not using the sub-tank. He's making me scared. The sub-tank? What are you doing? God. He's fine. Maybe he just wanted to scare me. I'm not really sure what that was. Alright, maybe he's gonna use it here at least. I really hope so. Those were some pretty sick dodges, though. Clutching out that final hit on Kaiser Sigma. GG to Thunderface. There's no way he could die here at this point. With a sub-hour time, very well done. A 58, look like, something like that. Very well done, Thunderface. Oh, you forgot you had the second tank. 40-minute improvement, wow. Yeah, great job, Thunderface. All right, and with that, I'm not sure if let's see here. Yep, the match between Justin and Burb is still going on. Looks like it's reaching towards the end, but that's gonna do it for me on this tournament match. Coming up is for X3. Like tomorrow, there's going to be a couple of them, Berlin Dude and Zam, as well as EAB and Berlin Dude. A couple more as well, Nordren facing off against Torta at 3. and then Thunderface again facing off against Torta later that day. So be sure to check out those ones, and be sure to follow Thunderface and Nordren as well. If you feel so inclined. I also play X3. I mainly just play X1 through 3. I try to speedrun other stuff here and there lately, but it's mostly Mega Man X games. Yeah, be sure to follow Thunderface and Nordren. There's some X7 runners out there. I wonder if Nordren is actually one of them. I know he runs X8. I don't know if he runs X7 or not. But anyway, that's going to do it for me, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you again soon.